Today I will talk about the story of founder of SCL. Name is Shiv Nadar. Shiv Nadar, born 14th July 1945, is an Indian billionaire industrialist, entrepreneur and philanthropist, best known for founding SCL Technologies. Originally Hindustan Computer Limited, one of India's leading IT service and consulting companies. Born in Mullafozi, Tamil Nadu, then Madras Presidency, British India in July 1945. He graduated from PSG College of Technology in Coimbatore. Nadar began his career with Volchand Group Copper Engineering in 1967 and later worked with Delhi Cloth Mills DCM Digital Product Division. In 1976, he and a group of friends started a small venture in garage style startup set up in Delhi. Hindustan Computer Limited SC initially making calculator and microprocessor. Under his leadership, SCL transformed from a hardware maker into a global IT and software service powerhouse known as a SCL Technology, SCL Tech, with a presence in dozens of countries and hundreds of thousands of employees worldwide. Nadar served as a chairman of SCL Technology until 2020 when he stepped down and handing over the role to his daughter Roshni Nadar Malhotra. He continued as a chairman emeritus and strategy advisor to the board. A passionate education advocate, he founded the Shiv Nadar Foundation in 1994 to promote quality education in India. Through the foundation institutions such as College of Engineering, Shiv Nadar University, and Vidyagyan schools have been established to broaden access to world-class learning. His philanthropic focus has impacted tens of thousands of students and continue to play a major role in Indian education. One of India's highest civilian honors for his contribution to the IT industry. Shiv Nadar is married to Kiran Nadar, an Asian game medalist and renowned art collector. Their daughter Roshni Nadar continues on leads as it is one of the India's prominent business leader. Shiv Nada's journey from a small garage startup to building one of India's most successful IT enterprises is a classical entrepreneurial success story. He is widely regarded as a pioneer of India information technology revolution, a dedicated philanthropist, and an enduring force behind SCL global success. So we will talk about the dream of who taught India to dream in technology. From a small village to big vision, some people wait for the future. Shiv Nadar decided to build it. When we talk about India IT revolution, so some names shine brighter than others. Among them stand a quite visionary Shiv Nadar, the founder of SCL. He did not inherit of business empire. He did not come from a privilege. He did not follow a ready made roadmap. Yet today SCL employed over 220,000 people across the world, serving global chains, shaping digital futures, and carrying Indian name to every major technology hub on earth. This is not just a business story. This is a story of courage, curiosity, failure, faith, and fearless thinking. So there were no computers, no startups, no technology, no parks. Just dusty roads, humble homes, and big dreams trapped in small surrounding. His father worked as a railway official, a disciplined man who believed in education as the only real wealth from childhood. Shiv Nada shows sign of restless, but the kind that causes trouble, but the kind that asks why and what next. While other children accepted life as it come, he wanted to understand how things work. Shiv Nadar studied engineer of this college, PSG College of Technology. This was when his mind truly woke up. He wasn't just interested in marks. He was interested in machines, systems, logic, and possibilities. Teachers noticed something different. He asked unusual questions. He challenged existing method. He imagined machines doing what humans fear. They couldn't. India in the 1960 did not believe computer were necessary. Shimnada believed that India would collapse with them. That belief made him different, and being different is never comfortable. The safe job that was not safe enough. After college, Shimnada joined DCM, a respected stable company. Delhi Cloth Mills. Good salary, job security, respect in society, everything Indian parents dream of, but Shimnada felt empty. He saw computers being treated as luxurious, not tools. He saw India importing technologies instead of creating it. Inside him, a voice kept repeating, if we don't build our own technology today, tomorrow we will beg for it. That voice grew louder. every day. The bold decision that changed India. In 1976, Shiv Nadar did something dangerous. He quit his secure job, no backup plan, no big investor, no guarantee of success, only an idea. And he should make it on computers. With a few close friends, he started a company like a small Delhi apartment. The name SCL, Hindustan Computer Limited. At that time, computers were imported. Government permission were nightmares. People laugh at the idea of an Indian computer, but Shimnara didn't didn't want approval. He embedded. He wanted impact. Feel frustration, faith. The early days of SCF were brutal. No money, no market, no support. Sometimes salaries were delayed. Sometimes project failed. Sometimes hope felt expensive. But Shiv Nadar had one rare quality. He never panicked. While others focus on profit, he focused on learning. While others fear failures, he treated it as a data. Slowly, SCL began making calculators, microprocessor, indigenous computer system. India had taken its first confident step into technologies. A leader who built people, not just products. What truly separated Shiv Nadar from others was his leadership philosophy. He believed employees are not resources, they are builder of visions. I still become known for respecting talent, encouraging innovation, giving young minds responsibility. This culture created leaders, not followers. This culture would later shake the global IT world. From a small Tamil Nadu village to a tiny Delhi office, Shivnadar had already done the impossible, but this was just the beginning. The real challenges were still ahead. Global competition, technology shifts, leadership transition, and addition that would redefine Indian IT forever. The man had planted the seeds. Now it was time for the forest to rise. When SL dare to fight the world, history is not made by those who wait, it is made by those who dare when the odds laugh at them. India. By the early 1980s, the world had already accepted only one truth. Technology belonged to America, Europe, and Japan. India was seen as a consumer, a follower, a marketer, not a maker. But Shivnadar had a dangerous wave. If technology can be imported, it can also be created. SL wasn't just building computers anymore, it was challenging mindset. The computer that shook India. In 1978, SCL launched one of India's first indigenous computers. People were stunned. Made in India. Will it works? Can Indians really build this? Government office hesitated. Foreign companies mock. But the machines work. And they work well. This movement quietly told India we are not behind. We are just waiting to begin. The biggest enemy wasn't competition, it was policy. Import restriction, licensing nightmares, endless approval. Many companies quite Shimnada didn't. He learned to negotiate patiently. Complex smartly, innovative with limits. Where others saw wars, he saw training grounds. The culture that made SC different. While other companies focus only on machine, SL focus on people. SL on a name Shimnadar. He believed ideas don't come from hierarchy, they come from courage. Engineers were encouraged to speak. Mistakes were allowed, innovation was celebrated. This created a rare environment. A young man minds felt powerful. Talent stay loyal. Creativity stay alive. SCL wasn't just a company, it became a movement. The turning point from hardware to software. The world was changing. Hardware was becoming cheaper. Software was becoming powerful. Shivnadar noticed something other missed. And the strength was not machine. It was minds. These insights changed everything. SCL began shifting focus from hardware, software, from local global, from product service. This decision would later redefine India ID. Entering the global stages. Breaking into global market was not easy. India companies were seen as cheap labor, low quality, high risk. Shivananda refused that level. He invested in training, quality, global standards. Slowly, clients started trusting SCA, not because it was cheap, but it was reliable. The birth of a giant SCL technology. As software service grew, SCL technology emerged as a powerful identity. It wasn't just an extension, it was a new future. SCL Tech began serving Fortune 500 companies, global banks, tech leader. India had arrived, and Shiv Nadar was one of the architects, a leader who stayed humble. Despite success, Shiv Nadar stay quiet. No flashy interviews, no cloud celebration. He believes success is temporary, character is permanent. While others chase fame, he chased impact. By now, SL was no longer small, and Shiv Nadar was no longer unknown. But the biggest transformation was yet to come. Our leadership philosophy that shocked the world. Our culture expanded no one dare enough, and the decision to give employee more power than CEO. The company had grown, now it was time to change how companies think. Employees first, customers second, and the idea that shook the world. Great companies are not by policies, they are built by trust. When success brought a new problem, by the early 2000s, SC technology had become a global name. Revenue were growing, clients were increasing, awards were coming, but Shiv Nada sensed something dangerous. Growth without self. Middle management was getting comfortable, innovation was slowing down, employees were executing, not imaging. This is the phase where most companies die silently. Shiv Nada refused to let that happen. One simple question changed everything. Who really creates value in a company? Most you answer customers, shareholders, top managers. But Shiv Nada answer quietly employees. Because employees build products, employees serve customers, employees solve problems. If employees are empowered, a customer will automatically be happy. This thinking was a radical. The birth of a revolution idea. Thus was born employee first, customer second. This is not a slogan. This was not a slogan. It was a system reset. It means managers were accountable to employees. Transparency replaced hierarchy. Leadership became service, not control. The corporate world was shocked. People laughed. Some said this will destroy discipline. Others said this will confuse authority. Shiv Nada smiled. He had seen this before when people laugh at Indian computers. Excel did something unthinkable. They opened financial data, performance metrics, management decisions. Employee could ask question leader had to answer. Power shifted, fear disappeared, trust was born. This created ownership, not obedience in the EFCS model. Managers supported employees, employees supported customers, customers supported business growth. The pyramid flipped. This was not theory, it was execution and it worked. Result followed fast. Employee engagement rose, attrition reduced, customer satisfaction increased. Revenue multiple, Harvard studies SCL. Global CEO visited India. Everyone wanted to understand how this company, Indian company, do what he couldn't. Shiv Nara didn't seek credit. He empowered leader like Vineet Nayar, senior leadership team. He believed true leadership is invisible. He built systems that work without him. That is a sign of visionary. The man behind the mindsets. Despite being a billionaire, Shiv Nadar lived simply, no noises, no ego. His joy came from seeing people grow, seeing institutions last, seeing India rise. Money was by a product, impact was a global. By now, Shiv Nadar had built a global company, changed leadership thinking, proven Indian innovation to the world. But his great contribution was yet to come. Not in business, not in but in education. He had built machine. Now he wanted to build minds. So the education revolution, how Shiv Nara decided to give it all back. The education revolution when success turned into services. True success is not what you keep, it is what you return to society. The question that changed his purpose after decades of building SCL, Shiv Nadar had everything. Global respect, financial success, corporate legacy. Yet one question kept disturbing: what will remain when I am gone? Companies can fall, markets can change, can come outdated, but education lasts forever. That realization pulled him toward a new mission. Why education, not charity? Shiv Nadar didn't believe in random charity. He believed systemic change. He often said, "You didn't empower a nation by giving money. You empower it by giving knowledge." India didn't need more donation. India needed world-class education accessible to talent, not privilege. The birth of Shiv Nadar Foundations. Shiv Nadar Foundation, no media noise, no branding, only one goal, transform India through education. The foundation was designed not as a project but as a long-term institution builder. The first major step was SSN College of Engineering in Chennai. People doubted why invest so much in education, why not expand business instead. Shiv Nada's answer was simple: business creates profit, educations create futures, right? SSN focused on quality faculty, strong ethics, industry-ready students. Today, SSN strong stands among India's most respected engineering college. Perhaps the most emotional innovative initiative was Vidyakan School. These schools were built for rural children, economical weak background, exceptionally talented. Shiv Nada believed genius is every distributed opportunity is not. Vidyakan proved that brilliance does not need wealth, it needs belief. Then came a bold dream: creates a private engineering university at global standard. Thus was born Shiv Nadar University. It was not built for profit, it was built for excellence. The university emphasized research, critical thinking, ethics, creativity. This wasn't about degree, it was about developing thinkers. Giving without counting, by now Shiv Nadar had committed over half of his wealth to philanthropy. For him, wealth was a responsibility, success was stewardship. He never asked how much should I give, he asked how much is enough to keep. A philosophy rare in business. Shiv Nada believed if education failed, democracy failed. His institutions were designed to encourage questioning, build integrity, create leaders, not followers. And this philosophy quite shaped thousands of lives. By now, Shiv Nadar had built a global cooperation, rewritten leadership thinking, dedicated his dedicated his wealth to education. But one final remains: letting go. Leadership transition harder than building, and this chapter would test his vision like never before. The builder now had to trust the next generation. Passing the torch, trust, transition, true leadership. Building an empire it is difficult. Letting go of it is harder. The rarest test of a leader. Most founders fail at one thing: succession. They build companies, but cannot trust anyone else to run them. Shiv Nada knew this truth early. He believed if an institution depends on one person, it is not an institution. For him, leadership meant continuity, not control. Shiv Nadar didn't rush succession. He observed, he trained, he tested. He wanted leader who understood value, respect people, thought long term, not just profit maker, but institution protectors. Roshni Nadar quietly stepping forward. Unlike many corporate heirs, Roshni Nadar Malhotra didn't enter with noise. She learned, she listened, she prepared education internationally and a grounding in Indian values. She observed her father's most important lesson: power must come with responsibility. The moment of letting go in 2020, Shimnada made a historic move. He stepped down as a chairman of SL Technology and appointed Roshni as a chairperson. This wasn't emotional, it was intentional. He stayed on as chairman emeritus, strategy advisor, guiding without interfering. A message to the world. This transition sent a powerful message. Indian founder can plan succession. Women can lead global tech giants. Trust is stronger than ego. Shiv Nadar proof. True leader creates leader. The family behind the founder. Behind Shiv Nadar stood a strong family. His wife Kiran Nadar is an art patron, a sports supporter, a culture visionary. Together they believe wealth should serve society, not dominate it. Their family become a symbol of balanced success. Life beyond the corner office. Post transition, Shiv Nadar didn't disappear. He focused on education, mentorship, thought leadership. Free from daily operation, he became a philosopher of enterprises. The legacy taking shape. As still continued to grow, education institution expanding, the foundation touched more lives. This was proof systems outlast individual. But passing the torch, Shimnadar completed a rare journey from founder builder, from leader mentor, from honor guardian. But history judges legacy not by wealth, but by lasting influence, and Shimnadar influence was far from complete. The empire stood strong. Now the world began to measure men.